Anyway, you need to quit weed. Where are all my weed smokers at? We're about to see if you need to quit. Let's take a look.
Devastating consequences for your life. This is an unpopular thing to say, but it's true. We don't think it should be illegal because for most people using weed isn't problematic or has only mild negative consequences.
Also, if you make it fully illegal, people are just going to smoke it anyway, and then the jails are going to be filled with just people who smoke weed, and that's... You want the people who break into malls and destroy them to be in jails, not the people who smoke weed.
But about 20% of people who've ever tried it develop cannabis use disorder, and some of them become severely addicted.
Yeah.
That's actually a stunning amount of people, and many
No, I can quit whenever I want. I just don't want to.
who start using weed don't know what they're in for. In the US, daily or near daily weed use has skyrocketed since way before legalization, and there are now more daily users of weed than drinkers of alcohol.
Damn, really?
And most
Wow.
daily users consume
I guess that
very
makes
high
sense.
amounts. In 2023, 1 in 15 adult Americans were suffering from some form of cannabis addiction. In England, cannabis is by far the top drug teenagers seek help for. Today, we'll
Really?
ignore medical
I've never heard of anyone seeking help for weed, but I'm sure... Simply Kenobi's back! Won't be typing in chat much, no worries. Glad you're back. We're doing some reactions now.
use, casual users, and people with mild problems, and instead we focus on the people who have a serious addiction or are in danger of developing one, even if they're not aware of it.
Yeah.
Weed is usually discussed in the context of teenagers because using any drug while your brain is melting and rebuilding itself is a bad idea.
Probably a bad
Instead,
idea.
we'll have a frank conversation about how to fix you in your 20s and 30s. We'll combine research with our own personal experience of weed addiction.
Oh, so this is like a tutorial of how to stop weed. I don't think anyone in chat is like a weed person, but still interesting thing to watch.
Unfortunately, we do have plenty of both.
Notification took
Please
a while
check out
to
our
come.
sources,
Damn.
but also know this script is written by someone who used weed daily for 15 years
Damn.
before quitting. Okay, so let's get into it.
Imagine how hard it is to quit after 15 years. Like, that's your whole life.
Becoming addicted by accident. Most people slip into addiction gradually and slowly. They start using weed for a variety of reasons, to experiment, to cope or unwind from stress, because it's fun and easily available.
Yeah.
Weed can make you feel more alive and things more exciting. Music sounds better, movies are funnier, food is a delight. It can be...
I remember back when I smoked, if anyone doesn't know, I smoked for like a 6-month period in my freshman year of college, and it gave me terrible anxiety, but the one good thing was watching YouTube videos hit so hard when I smoked. Definitely not worth doing it because of all the bad things, but watching a damn good YouTube video after ripping the choich, it was a time.
great fun with friends and a major source of comfort. The frequency with which you're
It's only been like 10 minutes fade.
consuming weed is the most obvious thing to look out for. If you're using daily or almost daily, this is a clear sign you're developing a problem.
Yeah.
As a daily user, your risk of cannabis use disorder is up to 30%, and certainly
Damn.
a pretty relevant risk since it might take years before you realize the full weight of it. So, if you're not careful about it, what started out as an occasional high becomes more and more normalized. Bit by bit, your weekends revolve around weed or shift to activities that you can do stoned. Often other
Yeah.
hobbies or obligations
A
become
lot of potheads I've known just play video games a lot, and that's basically all they do. Video games, listening to music, watching movies. Like, it's not necessarily that the weed is like killing your health. I don't know about that, but weed makes the boring things that are generally not that great for you way more exciting, so it makes you not want to seek novelty, and that's a big problem.
less of a priority. Then it creeps into most weekdays, and finally, it's an established ritual every day. Over time, weed's nature changes. The joy-enhancing effects dissipate while a comfortable numbness takes over. Weed can become your primary method of coping with life, but it doesn't make you stronger, better, or more resilient.
No.
Instead, it covers up negative emotions
Should I do an experiment on weed while being 16? No. If you can avoid it, definitely do that.
by building a snail shell that you can retreat into.
But at the same time, like, I feel like people should do it at least once just to know what it's like. But the issue with that is if they do it and then they like it, of course they're going to do it more. I'm torn. Like, I have the same thing with alcohol. Like, I feel like people should experience getting drunk and a bad hangover just so they know, like, what it feels like. Because I have the benefit of, like, both of those things. Like, I know what it feels like. and I know it's really not a big whoop, not something to do. So I don't know.
Do you have a problem with weed? Super easy test. Stop doing it for 4 weeks, starting today. Not tomorrow, today. No matter what you have coming up. If that feels challenging or you can't make it, this should give you food for thought. Once weed has become a daily or near daily habit, the cumulative damage to your life can be profound. But first, let's talk about another thing that can...
No ads, no.
Tomorrow. For problematic weed users, life can sometimes progress in slow motion. The addiction keeps you where you are, while your body ages and your friends move forward. But youth masks stagnation. For years, you don't notice how much weed might be holding you back because if you're young, life changes by itself.
Yeah.
The outside world takes on the initiative and provides a lot of support for you.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Peers may still have childhood friends, progress through school, start work or university, and find new places and friendships.
Yeah.
Moving slowly is kind of okay in your 20s.
Yeah, that's something that I learned as an adult. Like, when you're a kid, life just progresses whether you make it happen or not because of your parents and school and whatnot. Like, you'll be learning things. Like, you learn how to drive. You know, you go from grade school, middle school to high school to college, and like life is going to move no matter what you do. But then once you get to that adult point, like you have to make life keep moving. Like no one else is going to do it for you. And that's a hard adjustment for a lot of people.
As life naturally throws experiences and challenges at you. But it's still not great for you. This is the time when your body is probably at its peak and you can use it for things you'll not be able to do later. From sports to dating and staying out late, traveling and experiencing the world. It's the easiest time to build a healthy social life, the greatest predictor of how happy you'll be over the next few decades. You'll likely never have...
Also, apparently I saw whether or not you have a social life accounts for a big part of how long you live, which is interesting.
Fewer responsibilities again, so you can explore and take risks. Spending this time stoned with passive activities...
Reddit/trees.
...like scrolling over reposts on Reddit is something you might regret later. You'll never get this period of your life back.
Probably.
As you age out of your 20s, things change massively. Around this time, most people naturally tone down their weed consumption or quit entirely.
Not if you're addicted.
One of life's great inflection points, and you risk getting left behind. Your social life is different after 30.
Is it?
Friendships need care, attention, and active time investment to survive, and weed addiction works against you on multiple levels. Studies show that for some people, weed can worsen social anxiety, especially if you start using more and more.
That was a big problem I had with weed. That was the worst thing about weed for me. Whenever I would smoke it, like I wouldn't be able to talk. I would overthink everything I said. Not good.
And once you feel anxious about socializing, it becomes pretty tempting to just stay home and avoid events or new experiences.
Yeah.
Since weed numbs feelings, it's easy to push away.
Oh, we got a clanker in chat. Leaky Tavern Keeper 4 with Neil. Wither, send him to the Shadow Realm. Get that dirty, rotten clanker out of my chat. Good stuff, Wither. Oh, good work.
FOMO or
W-mod.
cancelling last minute.
Bye-bye,
You'll go
Clanky
next time.
Clanky.
But will you? Speaking from personal experience, you may turn into a friend that's unreliable, flaky, or rarely shows up anymore. But the more opportunities to hang out with friends you skip, the fewer will be there in the future. Especially if you do weed alone, it can become the central focal point in your life. Reports show that many people with addictions gradually reduce the activities or hobbies they once enjoyed in favor of consuming. Bit by bit, this can make you withdraw from the people in your life. While this can be pretty bad for your social life in your 20s, it may be catastrophic by the time you turn 30. Because in their
like if you're over 30 and you're just sitting at home smoking in your free time, like hang it up, Unc. You gotta let it go. Should I start going to the gym? Is it worth it? Yes, indeed. JJ, what's up, Jurassic Jammer? Thanks for stopping in. What's up?
30s, most people are plenty busy. Careers, partners, travel, children, and their closest friends are now priorities. Free time becomes super valuable, and casual hangouts turn into two adults comparing their calendars. So people in their 30s are way more selective about what and who they spend their time with.
Yes, indeed.
Smoking a joint drops way down their priority list. Even without falling out, you may simply become incompatible if your identity becomes tied up with weed.
Yeah, the only friends you'll make when you smoke weed is other people who smoke weed, because You're not going to make friends with people that don't smoke.
Your friends have a lot going on and you don't. This happens a lot without weed, but weed can supercharge it. So many problematic weed users focus on a small circle of friends and acquaintances who are also using weed.
Yep.
This can create an isolation trap. If your friends quit or they withdraw to use it alone, you can face sudden isolation and loneliness.
Yep.
Or you may feel pressure to keep using it because you're
A new chatter! What's up, Asa Kalouv? How's it going? The Peanut Man is live. What's up, Asa Kalouv?
scared of losing your friends. It's harder and takes longer to make new friends in your 30s than in your 20s, so to change your situation, you need courage, energy, and motivation.
Oh, coffee's a great replacement for weed. Well, I actually have no idea if that's true. I just love coffee. I'm biased.
Things weed addiction makes much harder to master.
Hell yeah, JJ.
Worse still,
Big
people
fan.
who feel
Thank you.
lonely
Thank
tend
you,
to use
Asa
more
Kalouv.
weed to cope, which is linked to even more social isolation. Weed can fill the role of your best friend. It's there when you're lonely, it makes you feel okay in the moment. Your love life can also...
It's just instant gratification. You're way better off doing things that'll help you in the long run than the short run.
suffer. Social anxiety and complacency is a great motivator to put off dating and having sexual experiences in your 20s.
How do I drink my coffee? I drink it black. I can't drink it black because I do instant coffee and that shit tastes like dirt if it's black. So I do sugar-free creamer and milk, and that makes it taste pretty good. You said before that you'll add new stickers. I don't think the oil bottle is worth it. I gotta think about it.
And it doesn't get much easier as time passes. In relationships, weed addiction can be extremely disruptive.
Yeah.
Reports show that
Makes you lazy too. That's one of the worst things about weed. Just makes you not want to do shit.
partners of daily
And
use
that's one of the things that gets on my nerves is people who just never want to do anything. No, I'm all right. I'll just lay here. I'll just lay here and do nothing. Shut up.
users can feel neglected,
Do something.
that couple communication can break down, and that trust evaporates. The addicted partner usually doesn't realize how poorly they're handling relationships.
When did I stop? So, from my freshman to sophomore year, I went from, like, smoking frequently, like, multiple times a week to, like, on occasion. And then sophomore, junior year, I only did it, like, very rarely, like, once a month. And then I just haven't in, like, a year at all. And I'm good. I'm happy with it.
And can be blindsided when their love leaves them. And to be frank, in their 30s, people want a partner who's ready
How
to
did I get weed? I had friends in college who had it.
share the growing responsibilities of adulthood and wants to build a life together. The older you get, the more unattractive your weed addiction makes you. Okay, but who needs friends or love if you have a career, right?
Well, I don't think weed's going to be beneficial for your career, probably.
Wow. The achievement delay machine. Long-term studies show that heavy weed users are more likely to end up with reduced academic performance, a worse education, lower income, less savings, and less stable employment, even when compared to people from similar family backgrounds and social class. Many people with weed addiction struggle to show up for work. They're not productive, they procrastinate, and they fail to meet their
Because you're hitting them damn wake and bakes.
responsibilities. The consequences of missed opportunities and bad decisions slowly accumulate.
Tetris!
Maybe you skipped networking events, had no ambition, and didn't get promoted, or hopped between entry-level jobs.
Yeah.
It's also much harder to build up savings since the addiction can cost you thousands each year.
Yeah.
In your 20s, you
Expensive.
transition from being useless to being good at something. And so
Ideally,
in your
yeah.
30s, expectations from others and yourself change sharply.
Yeah.
People tend to cut you a lot of slack when you're young, but this has an expiration date. The older you get, the worse it feels to compare yourself to peers that are moving on in life and start achieving things. And it's not just career.
Yeah, whether I can't handle black instant coffee. I just do a little bit of creamer and I mix it with milk and then it's good. But yeah, a good black coffee, like made from a pot, ooh.
Goals. If you spend a decade or two using weed all the time, you grow less as a person.
Yeah.
You probably traveled less, went out less, met fewer people,
All good
had fewer
points.
interesting experiences, and in a way, lived less than your peers.
Yeah.
Which also really becomes noticeable in your 30s.
Yeah.
In some studies, long-term chronic weed users had significantly lower life satisfaction, from their motivation and pursuit of personal
I
goals,
believe it.
social and love life, to careers and options. Your life may just overall be much less fun and fulfilling than it could have been. On top of all this, your mental health is the final thing that you may erode over time.
The last
The
nail
prison
in the
of weed.
coffin. No,
What
coffin.
makes weed addiction so devious is how at first it can seem to improve your mental health. It can calm anxiety or depressive feelings,
Yep.
make you more relaxed and feel less lonely. But weed acts on your brain's reward system, and the effects can flip without you noticing.
And that goes for any dopamine thingy, like jerking off, weed, alcohol, it all does that.
Weed can damage your ability to regulate your emotions and can worsen anxiety or depressive feelings and can escalate into serious mental disorders, which you might think that you can self-medicate against by doing even more
Yeah.
weed.
I am depressed because I smoke weed. Ergo, I shall smoke more weed to not become depressed. That's flawless logic.
Impair your coping skills, making you fragile and easily overwhelmed, unable to deal with stress, increase
It's
anxiety.
kind of unrelated, but guess what I found out? You know Jack Doherty, the piece of shit streamer and YouTuber who's like the worst person ever? He smokes a lot of weed and takes a lot of Adderall. So that's part of the reason why he's such a piece of shit.
Your depressive symptoms worsen your mood, cause mood swings and irritability. The addiction can hold back a dam of bottled up negative feelings that's ready to crash into you and the people around you at any time.
Yeah.
Until eventually it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Especially during
All right,
mental
I think we get the point. Weed is bad in the long term. I'm sure people who can do it in like great moderation, it's probably fine. But it's not something you want to do every day for all the reasons this guy said. But that doesn't mean we should demonize it and like, say it should be illegal and like totally take it away entirely. No, it's just people need to learn, because imagine the amount of people who smoke weed and don't know about this stuff. It's probably very high. Like people just need proper education stuff. Instead of saying something's evil, just don't do it. Who is Jack Doherty? Yeah, exactly what Asa Kalov said. Terrible, obnoxious person. Given he's young, it must have fucked his head seriously. Yeah. Fame being young and then Adderall and weed. Yeah, that is a terrible combination.